Why is scoring so hard in pickleball?
All right. Hi, this is Marilyn. Marilyn, you were watching on YouTube about scoring in pickleball. So,
Yes.
what was your question?
Well, I don't understand why if I'm serving and I'm calling the score 0-0-1, and then I score a point and I move over and somebody else moves over, why I don't stay player one and I switch here and he switches there and I'm one and then he's one instead of two, and something happens in there, 1-2-2-1. I want it to be 1-2-1-2 to make it a little bit more understandable.
That's great, Marilyn. Thank you.
Hi, Marilyn. That's a really good question. And scoring is easy once you get to know it, and then you'll have no problem with it. At first, it's a little confusing. But how it goes is whomever is on the right-hand side is going to be server number one. That right side is the even side. All right, so server number one would start serving, and that person would keep on serving as long as your team hasn't made a fault. Now, every time you do make a point, you rotate. So your first server would switch sides with you. He would go to the left-hand side and you would come to the right-hand side. And you keep on switching as long as you're making points. You can only make points when you're serving. So then let's say you both make fault, an error. Then it would go over to your opponent's side, the serve, and who is ever on the right-hand side would become server number one. And they would serve to you across court, of course, and they would say the score is something like this. We have 3, you have 2, and I am the first server. But of course, we say it quickly like this. We say it simple, 3, 2, 1. Right, so as long as they keep on making points, they keep on rotating, and as soon as they make a fault, it goes to the second server on your opponent's side, and they would start serving. Now, then let's say they both make a fault, and you get the serve back, another side out. Who is ever on the right-hand side will become the first server during that round. So let's say that you were first server the last time, but your partner's on the right-hand side this time. Now he's server number one. So it isn't like you stay server number one or server number two throughout the whole game. It's only during that certain round. All right. And also, when you start serving in a game, the first side that serves only gets one serve. Games are to 11, win by 2, and sometimes, if it's really busy on the court, you'll play first to 9. It depends. So I guess the best takeaway from this is you say your score, you say your opponent's score, and you say what server you are. So the score would be 3, 2, 1. And also, let me just say that a starting server, you have to remember who starts, because the starting server, as long as they're on the right-hand side of the court, that score will always be even on their team, on their side. So that way you also know how to keep score. So I hope that clears some of the things up about serving, but of course it's easier for me to show you on the courts. So take a lesson. Give me a call. Thanks. Bye.